Okay. Alright. Just a quick video today. I wanted to talk about ghosts because I've been watching a lot of ghost videos about hauntings and things. Also, do you like my backdrop? I'm not fully, cut out of a green screen yet, but I got a backdrop a little bit. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of ghost stories, true ghost stories, and it got me thinking, because I like making lists here. I like making lists. So I made a list of all the particular occurrences when it comes to hauntings, and you can see I got a big list there. And I just wanted to read that out real quick, just to put it out there, so I'm not the only one in my feedback loop of thought. Number one, 99% of hauntings are attributed to a specific house or residence. Again, this is going to come up multiple times about energy. 2, most hauntings are annoying, give off feelings of unease or being unwanted, and not physical activity other than moving objects. And then in red I have, which could be attributed to residue energy, and not something scary, as we know something to being scary is only because we don't understand it. So basically, I think most of the time hauntings, in the sense, are because of residue energy, or built-up energy, or temporal energy, which exists surrounding a specific location. Someone also said something about mining. Yes, like actual mining underground being attributed to paranormal activity, which is really interesting. It was a retired priest or vicar or something. Okay. Number 3, most night terrors or sleep paralysis events tend to have demons or entities which stare or come very close to the victim, even sitting on the victim's chest, or even like sitting on the bed, or whatchamacallit. Number 4, ghosts are normally recurrent in their poses, such as doing, saying, and acting out the same things each time they are seen, which again can be attributed to residue energy or temporal energy, which stretches or remains from past events. In fact, most hauntings are probably just everyday things and everyday events which left their mark on the building itself. Kids playing happily in a playroom, a mother and her children, a man and his dogs. Others can be attributed to sad or scary events like murder, anger, family troubles, bad energy. Things of this nature are more recurrent in old houses and mansions and places like castles, graves and woods, which are places that have been there for a long, long time, building up energy, building up like a holodeck, experiences, different events. Because if you think about time, I have a lot of theories on time. I drew a little diagram in my journals. I keep a lot of journals. I'm on book 3 now. If you see that thing over there is actually storing all my journals. But I drew a diagram of time being stacked like plates, and that each plate could be a decade. So it goes, 1 decade, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down. And basically, the distance between them doesn't matter, because the energy can still travel across. And of course, time slips would be attributed to the same thesis of time being stacked, or being layered, or maybe even pyramidal, because it would then be easier for people on the first plate, which is the present, to suddenly come down, or to have 2 or 3 merge into one space, so that they see a certain time that isn't in the present. So they merge, like overlaying two reels of film. And that's how time slips happen, because there's a lot of time slips. But the one thing about time slips, and I know we're going on to time slips, but that doesn't matter. The one thing about time slips is a feeling like they're behind glass, or that there's a distancing between them and the events, which of course that checks out. But I find all this stuff fascinating because it's the other layers to this realm, and well, to put it simply, either you think the Earth is round and you're a uniformitarian, like most of the population, or you understand that the Earth is a flat plane and it's a realm with a toroidal field and effects that are not usual in the general sense. So, because there's many layers, like a cake or an onion. But nonetheless, that's what I wanted to talk about today. So, let me think. When it comes to ghosts as well, a lot of the time they can be souls or people that have died, come out their body, and don't want to leave the place they were in, that they feel too attached to the house or to the earth, and so that they haunt the people, because they don't want to leave, and they get angry when things are changed in the space they used to live in. Like, for instance, if you died, and maybe it was a child as well, maybe you were a child, and your parents have gone to the next realm, and you don't want to leave, so you're staying behind, and your house that you love so much is being now invaded by other people that live there. So you're living in this house still, not needing to eat or drink or do anything like that, because I would assume you wouldn't have any desire to do that, having a non-physical, mechanical body like we have here, and these mechanical bits and bobs. So, this haunting behaviour, and also anger as well, because the energy is powerful when you're in your true form, which is non-physical, physical being a word to reference maybe the same matter in a game. So let's say the game matter is physical. Non-physical, separate from this world, is the real stuff, because it can be anything it wants. Well, then it gets into aggressive behaviour, like banging and knocking and things like that, and moving objects and throwing things. And I think if I was a ghost, I'd probably get pretty pissed off and start throwing stuff around the house if some family I didn't like was invading my space, that I felt that was my space. And then obviously, because a lot of the time people say that they go around the house, they do this exorcism, meaning to get rid of something or someone or entities, and eventually if they say, it's okay, you can go, you can leave, or that your parents are waiting for you in the next realm, a lot of the time it works, and they go, right, okay, I can go now. I don't know what happens, because I can't see it with my physical eyes, because they do two different things. And this draws into the same thing about non-physical and physical worlds, that the only way I would explain it to someone who doesn't believe in the non-physical would be, and that's quite crazy, because in my mind it's absolutely inevitable that the non-physical world exists apart from the physical. But I would say it's like trying to measure a thought with a ruler. You can't do it. It's just silly. You can't do it. It's like, okay, I got this. No, you can't do it. Stupid. Because it's two different planes. And they're one and the same. They're on top of each other, like two lines, perfectly together. That's interesting, actually, isn't it? That you have the two magnetic fields with the. Anyway, I'm always thinking about something. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about today, and just something short. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Bye.